Hello everybody and welcome, this is Chibi Normal here, finally doing something that he said he was going to do for a long time, and that is show off my Warhammer 40k armies. I have two armies in particular. Army number one is my Tyranids. This is the first ever army I ever got into Warhammer with, the Tyranids, so they hold a very large part of a very large place in my heart. Basically, I love the Nomi boys. And in my most recent army I've gotten into, which is the Death Guard, I'm still working on a lot of these models, to be honest. A lot of them still have some things needing done to them, but may as well show them off. So we'll start off with my Tyranids. I got into the Tyranids back when the Start Collecting box set contained a Hive Tyrant, 3 warriors and gargoyles. Then I think it was quite soon after that they changed it, so I had a Terragon, Gene Stealers and a Broodlord and all that kind of stuff. I've not picked up that box set yet, but I then went from there and upgraded my army with some Termagants and Hormagaunts, which I grabbed. I then got a Terragon, which I'm using as a Terragon Prime, and then I got the Harpy in the back there. So I do really like this army, to be honest. The very first ever model I ever painted and based and all that kind of stuff is this guy. This little Hive Tyrant here. So he's not the best paint job wise, but he's got a wee skull on him, and he's my model, and I'm proud of him. Being able, with that being my first model, I'm proud. So I'll put him back with the rest of these guys. You know what I mean? So this is my very first ever army, and it's very basically painted, to be honest. It's not very well done, I'll have to say, but do you know what? For my first army, it's lovely. I don't think I'm going to strip it. I'll probably keep these guys the way they are and then just add on more and change colour schemes and all that kind of stuff in the future. But I do kind of like the red and then the grey kind of colour scheme going on there. I kind of like it. I like it. You know, I'm a fan of it. I don't mind it. So that's those guys. My very first ever army. I bloody love the Tyranids. Anything that really wants to just eat everything and chomp and chew, that's my kind of army. So, you know, they're lovely. Army number 2 is my Death Guard. So these guys I just recently started collecting and painting. As you can see, I've not even finished painting these Poxwalkers. Originally I started painting them with just normal paints and not contrast. So this guy here I painted with normal paints, so all that kind of stuff, and then I ended up moving to contrast. So you can kind of see a wee bit of a difference there with the contrast and then the normal paints and all that kind of stuff. But because I'm going to have so many Poxwalkers in my army, there is absolutely no reason to sit and spend a long time painting them when they're only going to be on the board for like 5 minutes. And I'm going to add in a lot more Poxwalkers than what I already have. So then we're going to move into these guys, which are kind of like the main models in my force. So I painted these a bit different. I decided to go into the Horus Heresy colour schemes with like the white and then the green shoulder and knee pads. Even though I did learn that the lore behind the Death Guard is that their armour rotted away and turned green. So technically that doesn't really work, but I like them. They stand out and they look quite nice, and I like being able to differentiate from the important guys in your army. Then I have in the back there 3 Terminators that I'm planning on adding more to that group, but I've got 3 now. Then I've got the 3 Death Guard Plague Marine, no, 4 Death Guard Plague Marines and Plague Marine Champion. I already have 2 more Plague Marines on the sprue that I have to paint, so I'm going to get that sorted out and done. I've got the, I think that's the Blight Hauler. I can't remember for the life of me what that model is called, but it's a really cool looking model. I like it. It was very fun to paint. Then I have the Stonk, which is actually the most recent model I've been painting. So, you know, I've done a few things to try and get the stonkness of it like really up. So those kind of like pustules to kind of make it look like it's rotting out and all that kind of stuff away from things. I'm not even attached the guns on it, which shows like I'm nowhere near finished on this guy. Still got a few things to do on it before it's really ready to go. The guns I'm painting now, but I forgot to bring them to show them. So that's that there. I'm making it look really nasty, really infested. Oh, beautiful. Oh, Papa Nurgle being given off his stonk. You got to accept the gifts that Nurgle brings to you, boys. He really loves you. Grandfather Nurgle brings you gifts. Next in the army is my Chaos Rhino. And this is the first model that I've done kind of technically sculpting on and kind of like more tweaking and editing more than just putting a skull on a Tyrannid for no reason. And what I did with this one was I stuck 2 tusks on the front of it. I then sculpted some tentacles and put them coming out of the back of it and slipped them down the side there, that sort of stuff. I took 2 Nurglings from a different kit and attached them on to make it look like they're like riding the tank and all that kind of stuff, because Papa Nurgle, he really loves his wee Nurgly boys, and the Nurglings, they just want to play. They just want to play, guys, right? Doesn't matter if the thing's using a combi flamer, that's it playing. You won't get hurt. You'll probably get hurt. So yeah, I did that. And I did this because my brother, who also collects Warhammer 40k, he has a Chaos Rhino himself. And so I wanted to make mine a bit more unique than his, you know. Other than the paint scheme, his is red, mine's is Death Guard green, you know what I mean? I just wanted to kind of attach more things to it and just make it look really nice. So I did that. Kind of proud of this one. Again, it's not the best paint job. There's probably better paint jobs out there, but it's not horrific. So that's my Chaos Rhino that I have inadvertently named the Warthog because of the way it looks. So yeah, I'll put that there. So that is my Death Guard models. I've got way more to say about my Death Guard models than I do about my Tyrannids, mainly because these guys are more unique and all that kind of stuff. I've done more with these than I have with my Tyrannids, even though I love my Tyrannids. I've not done very much with them. I wish I had done more. So I'm going to start collecting more Tyrannids and start changing things up a bit, doing a few more things to the models, making them look more unique, that sort of stuff. But yeah, this is my Warhammer 40k collection. It has been a long time coming. I've said multiple times on stream, on Twitch and all that kind of stuff, that yeah, I'll show off my Warhammer models. Do you guys want to see that? Do you guys want to see all this kind of stuff? And so, finally, I have done it. So my 2 models are Chompy Boys and Stonk Boys. Stonk and Chompy Boys. So leave down in the comments what your favourite army of mine is, whether or not you prefer the Death Guard or you prefer the Tyrannids. But we all know that Papa Nurgle's gift is probably what people are going to prefer. Thank you guys for checking out this video, and for one last little surprise, I've got something to show you. Spenny! Wait until you see him. Spencer, come here. Come here, puppy. Where is she? There he is, it's Spider Doggo. Spider Doggo wishes you a merry Halloween. And Spider Doggo is going to protect you in the bed tonight because he protect and he attack and he Spider Doggo. Oh yes. Jeez guys, we spider costume on, yes! Sponsor, yes! Yes!